everyone, I am Ayushi and today we are starting Scratch series where we will discuss Scratch from basics to advanced level. Now, before starting with Scratch, obviously we need to know about what is coding, what is programming, why we are learning Scratch, what is its requirement. So see, if we talk about today's world, okay, we all have mobile phones, laptops, tablets, and also we have various apps in our mobile phones. Maybe it would be a gaming app or a chatting app. We see various websites on Google. Okay, so all of them are made with the help of coding only. Okay, now obviously in this right now in this time, especially during pandemic, everything is going on online. So in this situation, if we have knowledge of coding or programming, it would be very much helpful for us. Now to learn coding as a child, it's not possible that directly we jump to high level programming languages. Okay, for that we need to start right from the basics, right from the scratch. Okay, that's why we are using Scratch platform, so that we can learn block based coding and we can learn the basic concepts of coding. So just to open the Scratch, we'll go to Google and search Scratch on Google, and once we'll open it, we'll see a website which is named as scratch.mit.edu over here. Okay, when we'll click on it, you will find a website that is called as a Scratch website. Okay, this is the particular website. Let it load. Once it will be loaded, you would be able to start creating your project. Okay, let's see. Okay, so here from the start creating button, either you can just sign up, you can make your own account, and then always you can sign in so that your projects would be always saved. Okay, but now for right now, I'll just, without signing in, I'll just click on start creating. You can sign up for your further use. Okay, once we'll click on start creating, it would be loading, and then you will be ready with your Scratch window. Okay, it's very easy for kids to understand coding with the help of Scratch. Okay, so let it load and then I'll explain. Okay, so this is a Scratch website. Now here you can see this tutorials option. Right now I'll be closing it. You can see it further for your reference. Okay, so this is a Scratch window. Now see, over here on the right hand side, you could see a cat. Okay, so this cat is like a character. You must have played various video games, you must have watched some cartoons. So maybe if there's a Doraemon or Chota Bheem, all of those cartoons, also your games, like if there's a car racing game or any shooting game like Free Fire and all, they have various characters. Okay, in same way here in Scratch we have these characters. Okay, this character is a cat, and the characters in a Scratch, they are named as Sprite. We just call it as a Sprite. So right now this is a character, this is a Sprite. So whatever commands I want to give to this cat, I can give. Like in your games, if there's a car racing game, you can move your car forward or backward. If there's a shooting punching game, you can make your character, the character which represents yourself in that game, you can make it shoot or punch or jump, do whatever, turn, kill anyone. So whatever commands you give to that character, the character act accordingly. In same way, if I give some commands to this cat will also act accordingly. Let's say if I am using this command that says move 10 steps. If I drag it and drop it over here. Okay, if I do that and when I click on it, see, you could see that my cat would be moving like this. So I gave the commands to the cat to move, so that in that way my cat is acting. Okay, so these all different colored circles you can see on left hand side, that is blue, purple, pink, orange, yellow, pink, all of those, they are called as blocks. And in each block we have some sets of commands. Like the first block says motion block. In this motion block we have some sets of commands. That is move 10 steps, turn 15 degrees, turn left 15 degrees. They are related, somewhere related to the motion, that is the movement of our character. In same way, if I go to the second block, that is look block, I can see some different set of commands that are related to the looks, that how our character is looking. If I go to sound block, so whatever sound my character can make, all those commands related to the sound will be there in a sound block. Okay, so like this you can scroll and you can see different color, different set of commands in different blocks. Okay, so this is how I made my cat move. I gave some commands to the cat. In same way, suppose if you and I are sitting in a room and if I give commands to you that to raise your left hand or to raise your right hand, you will act accordingly. In same way, this cat is acting according to my commands. Either I can use some different command. Let's say turn right 15 degrees. Okay, now I'll click on it. See, my cat is moving and turning. So in this way, I am giving some commands. The cat is acting. Okay, but this one cat seems to be very boring for me. Okay, as suppose if I talk about the cartoon named as Doraemon. In that you have Nobita, Shizuka, Doraemon and Jian and so many other characters, right? In same way, if I want some different characters instead of this cat, what I can do, I can change it. I can select number of characters at a time. How I'll do this? See, at the bottom right corner over here, you could see a cat icon with a plus sign on it, and it says it says choose a sprite. Once I'll click on it, I could see there are various options of characters or various options of sprites to select from. Okay, once it will be loaded, you will be able to see that. Also, you have different tabs. Okay, like animal, people, fantasy, dance, music. You could select. You could go to different tabs. Like if I go and click to animals, I could see only animals. Either you can search. If I search for a dog, you could see various options of a dog from search bar. Okay, from here. Now, right now, let's select any other character. Okay, my favorite one is ballerina. Okay, so let's select this cutie ballerina. She's a dancer. Okay, and then I don't like this cat along with ballerina, so I'll just click on the sprite one which represents a cat, and I'll just click on this trash icon. So now I just have a ballerina left. Okay, so I could see that I think my ballerina is a dancer or something. Okay, now this ballerina is standing in a plain white background. I don't like this. Since she's a dancer, she must have a beautiful background, like a stage where she must be dancing. Okay, so we could select a background or a backdrop also. For that, what we can do, just next to the button where we choose a sprite, just next to it at the bottom right corner, we have an image icon which says choose a backdrop. When I click on it, there are so many backdrops available. In same way over here also, you can search for a particular backdrop. You can go to different tabs of backdrops. Okay, so since my ballerina is a dancer, either we can search for a stage or something like that. Oh, I have a concert over here. Okay, so let's select concert only. So let's say my ballerina is here. She's performing on the stage. So this is how I can have my own imagination and choose any character and a suitable backdrop for it. Now let us make a story. Okay, let's take one more character. I am again choosing one more sprite. Okay, by mistake I selected again ballerina. I deleted it, and now let's select any other like Abby. Okay, and let's just imagine that this is the Abby. Let's imagine that Abby is the host of this particular show. Let's imagine that. Okay, this is my story which I am creating. You can create any of story of your choice. Okay, so now we have Abby, and Abby is way much taller than ballerina. She is very big, so let's decrease its size. For that, I'll click on Abby, and there's an option of size over here. Just I'll make its size to, let's say, 70. Okay, I can make it to, let's say, 50 then. Okay, 50 seems very much smaller. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's make her size to 70 only. Okay, and okay, now it's perfect. So Abby's size is 17, ballerina is 100. This is how we can increase or decrease the size according to our need. So we have Abby and we have ballerina. Okay, so let's assume that ballerina is done with the performance, and now there's Abby, and Abby, since she's a host of the program, so let's say she would be appreciating ballerina's dance performance. Okay, so what I could do, go to the Abby's code. I would be writing code for Abby. Okay, before that, before this, I have just taught you this move command, that this is how it says that move 10 steps, so cat was moving. Okay, now I'll show you some different set of commands, very easy. Since it's a first lecture, we'll go very slowly. Now see, we have Abby, and now I'll go, I want my Abby to appreciate ballerina. Okay, for that, when I scroll down, or either I could go to the looks block, I can see the command that says say hello for 2 seconds. Now here also the command itself explains what it means, that it say hello for 2 seconds, that is my Abby will say hello for 2 seconds. Instead of hello, either you can change whatever you want. Let's say I want my Abby to appreciate ballerina, so let's say Abby would be saying, oh ballerina, what a wonderful performance. Oh ballerina, what a wonderful performance. Okay. Okay, by mistake, it's ballerina. Oh, ballerina, what a wonderful performance. Okay, now just let's click on it. See, you could see that Abby is saying this dialogue for 2 seconds. Okay, but what I want, see, again and again, if I want to run this code, I need to click on this again and again. Then if I write for code for ballerina also, then also I'll click. Then again I have to go to Abby, and then I have to click the command. No, I don't want this. See, in whatever games also you play, there's a start button, right? So when you click on that start button, then only your game starts. In same way, this green flag which you could see on the top, it says go over here, so it's like a start button in Scratch. So I want that this is a small animation which I am making, so I want my animations to start when I click on this green flag. What I can do is, for that I'll just go to events and I'll select when green flag clicked. Okay, since you're learning Scratch for the very first time, if you forget that which command is in which block, what you could do is, for starting, you could just scroll down like this. You will eventually find your commands. Okay, later on with practice, you will be able to learn that in which particular block, which particular command will find. Now it says that when green flag will be clicked, then this command will run. That is, when green flag will be clicked, my Abby would be appreciating ballerina. So let's see. When I click this green flag, see, Abby is saying her dialogue. Now obviously when Abby is appreciating ballerina, ballerina should also say thank you or something like that. Okay, for that now I'll be writing code for ballerina. Again I use when green flag clicked, and then I use this say command. Now since ballerina would say thank you, since Abby is saying wonderful performance, then ballerina will say thank you so much Abby. Okay, now when I press the green flag, see, both of them are saying their dialogues. Abby is saying that wonderful performance ballerina, ballerina is saying thank you so much Abby. But this is not how it should work. How it should work is that suppose someone is appreciating you, so they will complete their dialogue, and then after that you will reply that, oh thank you, it means a lot, something like that. Okay, for that what I need to do is, I need to make my ballerina wait for some time by the time Abby is appreciating her. Okay, so Abby is saying her dialogue for these 2 seconds. Okay, and by the time Abby is completing her dialogue, I want my ballerina to wait. And for that, either you could scroll down and you will find this wait command in control block. Okay, so I'll just use this wait command in between, and I'll make it wait for 2 seconds. Now why wait for 2 seconds? Because when green flag will be clicked, Abby will be saying her dialogue for 2 seconds, and that's why for these 2 seconds ballerina would be waiting. Okay, and after in these 2 seconds Abby will be completing her dialogue, then ballerina will reply that thank you so much Abby. See, ballerina appreciated, then Abby appreciated, and then ballerina said thank you. Then let's say Abby is saying one more dialogue like even I loved being on the stage. Okay, that even I love performing on this stage. Okay, now ballerina is also saying something that I love performing on this stage. Then as a reply, Abby should also say something. Abby should say like, oh, great. Now see, now when I press the green flag, you would see how it's working. Okay, wait for a while. Wait. I'll run it again. Go. See, their dialogues, they are merging in between. Why? It's not working properly. Why? Again, because there is lack of wait command. Okay, so I again need to insert wait over here. But for how much second and why I have inserted wait over here only? See, because ballerina is saying her two dialogues simultaneously. First, thank you so much, Abby, and then even I love performing on this stage. So by the time ballerina is saying these two dialogues, that is for 2 plus 2, that is 4 seconds. So by Abby should be waiting for these 4 seconds over here. Okay, so now how does the order goes that whenever green flag will be clicked, first Abby will say, oh ballerina, what a wonderful performance. And then ballerina would be waiting for those 2 seconds, and after Abby completing a dialogue, ballerina will say thank you Abby, and then ballerina will say even I love performing on this stage. And by the time ballerina is saying these two dialogues for 4 seconds, for these 4 seconds Abby would be waiting, and after these 4 seconds then Abby would be reacting that oh great. Now let us see whether it's working or not. See. So this was a little conversation which ballerina and Abby was having. Okay, let's play it for once more so you could see it properly. Okay, so this is how they're performing. Now this was my imagination, okay, and since it was the first lecture today, I just selected any two characters, I just made them talk, nothing else. So today we have covered when green flag, clicked command, say command, wait command. There are so many commands as you can see over here. We'll reach out to them, all of them one by one. But for today, this was enough. Now see, it was my imagination. Now it's totally up to you. As I told you, you could choose so many sprites. So you, according to your imagination, you can select any of the sprites, any of the characters which you want. Also, you can select any of the backdrop which are suited to your character. So this is how, and you can make them talk. You can make them having conversation according to yourself, according to your imagination. Okay, so this is your task to make any other animation, any other two sprites talking to each other according to you. Okay, so thank you. We'll meet in next lecture.